Good evening from Galesburg High School, the home of the Silver Streaks. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for the second last road trip of the conference for the Blue Devils. They'll travel to Rock Island Alleman where we were last night and finish up next week in that game on Tuesday night. But this is a key one here. The Blue Devils come in 7-15, 4-6 in the conference. Galesburg, 15-11. But 4-6 in the conference, and that is the key right there. Devils won the first one earlier this year. First quarter at home, we were down 16-10, down by 1 at halftime, 23-22. Third quarter, still down by 4, 34-30, but pulled it out 45-41 for the victory. That was on December 19th. Lepper and Douglas each with 13. On the side for the Silver Streaks, Wyatt had 9, Bio had 8, Crummer and McSellen had 7. Tonight's going to be a great matchup here. The band is playing. The cheerleaders are out, just like at Quincy High, except it's gold and black. And Coach Pettit ready to go here. And this is a great matchup to see where we were since the last game against them, and also how much Galesburg's gotten better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those games to where pace is going to be of the utmost importance. First time they played 45-41. Galesburg comes in tonight averaging 58.7, almost 59 points a game. We can't play at that level. You know, we need to have it maybe 50, high 40s, 50, low 50s, right in that vicinity to be successful tonight.
And of course, we're up here at the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight, Better Bed, Less Money, Quincy and Jacksonville. When we return, we'll hear coach's comments from Andy Douglas. It's the Blue Devils, the Silver Streaks, right here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep Tight.
Sleep tight.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Time for the coach's comments brought to you by the Kinnis Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. With me, head coach of the Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. Already in the pregame here, and we're actually in the first game as well. All right, we got a big conference game tonight. We're up here at the Silver Streaks. We need this one. We're tied with them. It'll move us up into 4th place. And anytime we can win on the road is a super ball game then.
Yeah, a great opportunity for us. Obviously, being able to get one at home against them. Watching film, our guys have had an opportunity to watch that and see just how much we've improved, but also how much they've improved. So we know it's going to be a tough game tonight, but looking forward to the opportunity to compete.
How'd the week of practice go?
It was solid. You know, this group has been consistent in their attitude, effort coming into practice, you know, engaged, wanting to learn, and you know, this week was no different. You know, we've put a couple different things our focus has been on, changed up a couple things offensively to fit this group, and hopefully we're able to execute that tonight.
And one of those things we talk about is the pressure on us and how we handle the pressure.
Yeah, big time. You know, they're a diamond in one team. They want to get up and apply pressure early in the possession. We have to be able to see, you know, holes in their defense, and there's plenty of them there. So, you know, we had quite a few layups against it, or opportunities for layups against it last game. We got to make sure that we're taking advantage of them tonight.
And Coach Booner threw out some advice from the sidelines, wondering if we should bring Lepper up at 6'7", get the ball, and then he can turn and look down to throw the ball down court.
We do that on both sides, depending on who's there. So if the ball's on your side, you flash every time. So we just got to get to a reversal.
And you'd like to keep Lep probably closer to the basket?
The more he's inside, the better it is for us and him. You know, it's easy for him to score once he gets the ball. We got to make sure that he's getting there early, and we're looking for him early.
Sounds like a winner. Let's have a good game. We'll catch you afterwards.
All right, appreciate it.
That's Andy Douglas. His comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we return, the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks at Field Gymnasium and on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Kunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Kunis Honda.
and Kunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Kunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Kunis makes it easy.
It's that time of year and spring is right around the corner. With Best Kept Sod Farm Services, you can rest assured that our team of landscape professionals will provide all of your landscaping needs. We offer sod sales, delivery, and installation, and also full-service landscaping solutions and property maintenance to achieve that desirable curb appeal. Don't wait. Call or text Best Kept Sod Farm today at 217-779-0620 to discuss your landscaping needs.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Wellman and Pettit up here as we get ready there. You heard from Coach Douglas, and it was funny because we talked about that, Coach Bruner, the last couple of weeks and said, hey, ask him. And I think he thought I was going to ask him off the air, which I would. But then I said, hey, he wants to know, should we bring the big man down, turn, and then look? And as I mentioned, last week he was a trailer, and when he came down as a trailer, he set up for the three, well-positioned, and nailed it.
Well, yeah, and, that's one of the things. If he gets the rebound down there, kicks it out, and let them go, and if they got a wide-open layup, go for it. If not, hit him at the top of the key. You know what I mean? He's going to make a good pass. He's going to make a good decision, or he take it to the hole. Kind of almost like a mini Jokic, out in Denver. That's how I kind of perceive it. So, but heck, he's a weapon wherever he's at, whether it's on the elbow, free throw line, corner for a three, top of the key for a three. Underneath the basket, he's deadly, though.
Been leading the team in scoring the last 4 games when he's out there. Douglas was also with him, but for the most part, got to get Woodson. Woodson had a good game against Rock Island. What's your keys to the game tonight, Coach, with the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks?
Well, take care of the basketball, number one on the offensive end. No empty possessions. Work inside out. Give him the ball inside because they're going to collapse on him, put 2 or 3 on him, so then he's got to kick it out again. Step into the threes, get good looks. Defensively, on-ball defense. Our 2-3 is kind of in its infancy right now. We got to start playing it a little bit better. Our wings sometimes get out way too high. Keep Galesburg in front of you. Challenge every shot. When the shot goes up, you got to yell out shot because you should be matched up, in that 2-3 to get your body on somebody. Too many times, we have kids turn around looking straight up at the basket, and the guy that he's supposed to be blocking out runs right around him, gets the offensive board.
Coach, this is one of the better crowds that we've seen here in Galesburg. On the other side, you got the band in the upper deck, filling in the lower section. But I think this is one of the better crowds we've seen over here, you think?
Well, when, Quincy and Galesburg play, there's no love lost, and it goes back to, 1963, I believe, right around in there.
We were
62, 63. When all of a sudden, Quincy gets third in the state, and their best player, who is a sophomore, decides to move to Galesburg. So that instigated the old, Galesburg-Quincy rivalry, Theo Hanks, and it's been good throughout the years.
Coach, last night you said that Alleman got to state in 68.
No. They won the Pontiac Holiday Tournament in 68.
Because tonight I'm looking through Galesburg in 68. I believe they were at least runner-up, maybe. They were definitely in the Final Four.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought maybe they played Alleman, but that is right. You did say Pontiac, which is a heck of a tournament.
Well, yeah, you think about the Pontiac tournament now. You got the State Farm, you got Collinsville, 2 very good tournaments. But if you're a 4A boys team and you want to prove that you're the best out there, you go to Pontiac. You know, I remember junior year, we played Lockport Central, second round. And when you lose in Pontiac second round, you go home. Lockport Central, undefeated state champions that year. With Parsons, Barebold, they were a heck of a team.
Good stuff. Hey, it's the Mecca pregame show. We're getting ready, and the band, you know, I just talked to somebody last night at Alleman. They were a Sherrard graduate. And I said, Mr. Bearden, I said, your band is unbelievable because just like this one, it came across and grounded us out. We didn't even try to talk until we came out of a break. And I think I came out of a break with boom shaka laka laka, boom shaka laka laka.
And this band is, you know, probably 100 yards from us. And they're very loud and very good.
And, of course, right up in that area where one time long ago, a young kid named Don O'Brien used to sneak up there and watch the games from up in the top. And when we give Don a shout-out, the old Galesburg alumni, also Stu Pyatt and Rick Day, we love to give them a shout-out as well. Hey, it's going to the pregame show. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, it's the Blue Devils and the Silver Streets right here, MeccaSportsCo.com. And a fine sponsor of Blue Devil and Blue Devil basketball from the girls' side. 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main, Quincy. The OG sandwiches, fried chicken sandwiches, each with a little different twist from the Plain Jane to the Southern Belle to KT's Hot. Signatures like the Horseshoe, the Smash Burger. It's 8 Open. You can schedule ahead. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 to 8, Saturday, noon to 9. 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main, Quincy. And we are jamming, as you heard the band jamming there. I love good bands out there. Notre Dame's got a good band. Notre Dame, after the girls, Lady Raiders, after losing to the Devils on Tuesday, lost to Liberty on Wednesday. Right now they're playing Clopton. Clopton's very good, and tomorrow they got to play Brown County, who was a seed ahead of Liberty by 1. And then also the Blue Devils were down there from the girls' side, taking on West Hancock. And in that ball game, Devils, I think, led the first quarter 18-16. Second quarter, they were down 33-27. After 3, 39-36. Tied after the regulation. And at the buzzer, West Hancock hit a shot, beat the Devils 56-55. So a tough one there. And Devils will turn around tomorrow and head to Sterling. That's a more important game for the Devils from the girls' side.
Well, a good West Hancock team that's ranked in 1A, but I think they might be a little bit underranked, you know, at 9 as well as they're playing ball.
Well, I'd say so. They're 23-2. That's a pretty good season out there. So, hey, also, I'm going to give a shout out. We lost Paul Erickson back in October, early November. Paul Erickson was very familiar in the music industry in Quincy, starting back with Bob's Bebop. That's Bob Nabolio's place. But at the end, he was the key of the Grizz. KZZK 105.9. He produced the Blue Devils when it was Tim Kinshirf and Matt Longo. Did a great job out there and a lot of fun in his days. Even the days of WZLZ with Rock and Ron Radio, that was some fun stuff. So always thinking about Paul on the way up because he used to play a lot of music, and I used to stay in touch with him out there. So Mike Foley and Jim Bearden, that's Mr. Bearden. Shout-outs to you as well. Getting ready for the national anthem. We'll stay with the national anthem. Always love it. Oh. Getting old. You sneak out of that little place right there. And the nice thing that they do out here, you'll see it in a second here, the cheerleaders will be bringing out the flag. They'll hook it up, then they'll hoist it. Everybody stand and honor our country's flag and America, the greatest country. And thank you to the Galesburg Silver Streak Band as they get us ready up here. Hey, also, I started a shout out there to Wimpy, Kevin Vandeman, that I yesterday had lunch with, and we caught up. Of course, Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. And congrats to him and his wife. His twins are both having kids this year. I can't remember which one's in Quincy and which one's in Springfield, Missouri, but he's going to be a grandpa 2 times over. So congratulations to Kevin Vandeman. We had a chance to talk about the ski club, and will the ski club ever come back the way they used to? That was a fun summer event, like the best winter events, like Blue Devil basketball. So here we go, getting ready for the starting lineups. The Devils will be announced first. Hold on.
They already were announced.
Oh, did they? I missed that, Coach.
Well, it's real quick and real low.
Wow, let's go for Galesburg. They're going to start out Toby Kivianina, number 1. Keegan Crummer wears number 3. Cesar Bile, number 10. He's one of their scorers. Eden Mihail, number 25. And Rakeem Masella, number 34. Coached by Taylor Thiel. And for the Devils in their home white, check that. The Silver Streaks are in white. I'm waiting for the Devils to come out. Devils in their road blue trimmed in white. And it looks like we'll go.
I was going to say, if they're in white here in Galesburg, something
you got it.
Right.
Avion Tate, number 5. And number 10, Parker Douglas. Number 20, Juels Clausel. Rounding it out, 32, Tim Griffith. And Brendan Lepper at number 54. Head coach Andy Douglas, assisted by Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and Jeff Obert. So now I got that straight.
Once again, the keys are going to be taking care of the basketball, making sure you box out on the board and keeping them in front of you on the defensive end.
Silver Streaks will work left to right on your dial, kind of left to right, and then in the center circle.
Well, what you're going to see, some athletic kids going up down the floor.
Yep, Mahala in there, also with Tate, but Tate gets the opening tip for the Devils. Devils' first opportunity. Clausel has the basketball, takes it to the right side to Lepper in the right corner. Griffith down on the block. Tim back to left. Man-to-man coming from the Silver Streaks. Lanky and long. Short on the guards, but still very active. Lepper gets it down in the short corner. Actually, a little bit more of the wing out there at 10 foot. Starts to make a move. Ball hits the floor. And grabbing a hold of it, we got a jump ball. Stopping in there was Crummer. And since we won the tip, Silver Streaks will get this one. Let's check if the Devils come back in there 2-3, which anticipated.
Always watch the wings. Make sure they're matched up.
Douglas and Clausel. Clausel with a steal. Juels heading down court. Shots partially blocked. Taken away by the Silver Streaks. In transition, again, it's before I have a chance to tell you the lineup out there on the 2-3. Shot was taken from the right side. No good by Bile. Rebounded after slapping off the board by the Silver Streaks.
Offensive rebound. We got to do a better job on the glass.
Devils, Clausel and Parker Douglas high. Lepper in the middle of the 2-3 on the back row with Tate on his right and Griffith on his left. Hiding back behind is Masellin, working that short corner, hiding behind Lepper and Griffith. Ball over the right side, Crummer. Crummer gets a screen, comes around, kicks it left side. Into the left corner after 2 passes. Shot taken for 3, no good.
Good job of boxing out that time by the Blue Devils.
Yes, and ball hit the floor before Tate even had to go get it. Minute and a half in here on a Friday night. Field Gymnasium. Clausel all the way to the basket. The reverse layup. The finger roll from the backside as he made that reverse layup. Devils
backside
lead.
right-handed for the lefty.
Inside. We're going to have a foul. Look like maybe a travel, but it's going to be the first foul of the ball game. It will go against the Devils. 5-4 is Lepper. And seeing a match of shoes out there. Devils stay in a lot of blue and white. I like that. Other side, we got the fluorescent orange, the pink and black, and the lime green. And then it's kind of little purple and pink.
It's all about individuality.
You got it. There's a lot of individuality.
Well, and if the program doesn't have to pay for the shoes, buy whatever you want.
You got it. Some kids just like certain shoes better than others, and so you don't want to tell them, I guess. What in our day?
Well, I used to get them all Nike or Jordan, so.
Left side down to the left short corner. Down there is Mahala. Back to the top of the key. Good defense coming from the Devils. Clausel
matching up very nicely.
Yep, he was on Toby K. Back to Toby K. Kivunina. Down in the short corner on the right side. Griffith starts to reach in. Massellin kicks it back out. Resetting for the Silver Streaks. So playing in a Lincoln pace at this so far. And that's maybe because the 2-3 zone is covering up well for the Devils.
Well, they're staying matched up and switching.
Back to the top of the key. Toby K. Give a little handoff there. Crummer resets there. In the high post is Mahala. He's going to come out. And a timeout. Wants a full timeout, I would too. As Coach Steele didn't like it, it was getting a little slow there. And with 5:10 left in the first quarter, we'll take one. The score, Devils 2, Silver Streaks 0 right here. MeccaSportsCo.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer-battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Back at Thiel Gymnasium, 5:10 left in the first quarter. Devils have 2. Silver Streaks worked the ball around. The Devils did a great job to force the timeout as everything was covered.
We're 3 minutes in the game, and Galesburg hadn't scored yet, and they want to get up in the mid-60s, which is a good sign, but Devils got to stay focused and disciplined on what they're doing on the defensive end because they're doing a great job of matching up.
Right side, Toby K back to the top to Crummer. You've got Mahala still in that high post. He'll step back out and try to set a screen. They're not really passing the ball, but now he flashes to the strong side. Little fadeaway shot, no good. Weak side, we didn't get him picked up. He got to the opposite side, missed the shot.
Not a good box out by Griffith.
Massellin, I know I was going to mention, Massellin did get it and got fouled. Second foul against the Devils.
Well, and to be honest with you, that was a little bit too easy of a look, for Mahala, versus Lepper also.
A little bit of a fadeaway, but he had a close shot.
Yeah, he's down there underneath the volleyball line. Little 6-footer.
And Massellin breaks that 0 over there for the Silver Streaks. One more to come.
Well, you didn't think we were going to shoot a shutout tonight, did you?
No, we still haven't looked that up about not scoring in a quarter. We still think that happened a few years ago, maybe more than 4 years ago. Devils at Moline. We'll check that out. One more to come. Very patient on his and methodical on his approach. Missed the second one. Griffith gets the rebound for the Devils.
Box out.
Devils across half court. Douglas to the right side, hands off to Griffith. Griffith works it back, crossover dribble, and then gets clipped on the hand right around the wrist. Might have got away, but when Griffith's hand got pulled back, you could see it. That was called on Toby K. First foul against the Silver Streaks. Glad you're with us on the Friday night. Wellman and Pettit here, Blue Devil basketball. Tomorrow we'll be heading off to state at Taylorville, 1 o'clock for the Comets, taking on Rockford Eisenhower. Quarterfinals, 8th grade.
State quarters.
Douglas being hounded. Oh, Douglas just had it taken away from him. Crummer takes it all the way down the court for the layup. Took it away and I missed it. Crummer goes all the way home and then gets fouled for a chance at a 3-point play as Parker Douglas commits the foul. Parker was out there and he just put one too many dribbles. Crummer just said, hey, I got this one.
Well, and then Douglas compounded the error by fouling him going to the basket for a made layup.
And the 3-point play is completed for Galesburg, now leading 4-2.
I mean, if you're going to foul him, he doesn't get the ball up towards the rim.
Devils beat the pressure. Get it down. Left had it knocked out. Clisell on the wing. Joels got to the paint. Oh, Shed had the shot after he waved 2 guys off. Right corner. Tim Griffith for 3. Griffith got the pass, set up nicely in the corner. And, of course, all 3-pointers brought to you by Ideas for Every Room, for Every Project. Woodmark Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy. Right side, and a 3 comes back the other way. Bile hits and quickly goes back to full court pressure. In transition.
1-2-2 for Galesburg, 3-quarter court.
Top of the key, Jewels has it now. He's got Masellan. Raheem comes out on him. Lepper goes into the high post. Turns and faces up. I think he switched pivot feet, Coach.
Yeah, I think he traveled.
I think he did too. Jewels starts to make a drive. That's where, again, bring it back out with your dribble. Don't kill it. Backdoor cut. Tried to get it.
Terrible pass.
Avion was making the cut on the other end. Layup all the way. And that's Mahala with the basket. Defense turns into offense for the Silver Streaks.
Well, that's one of those turnovers. It's a bad turnover because it goes the other way for a layup.
9-5 with 3 minutes left in the first. Silver Streaks have regained the lead, the last 5-point run. Devils had it after that three-pointer by Tim Griffith. Parker Douglas to the hole. Good job by Douglas. Beats the defense with a little ole. Nobody was there. Douglas in for the score. Half-court set. Toby back to the top. Right to him. Right side. Bio looks. Quickly picked up by his numerical counterpart, who almost traveled as well. That's number 10, Parker Douglas and Bio, both wearing number 10. Reset it there, Crummer. Down in the post, and the high post is Mahala. Kind of in the low post, but not really as Masella. Now he's in that short corner spot again. One pass. Crummer fakes a pass. Takes the shot. Jewels fouls in the land of three. His first, more importantly. 3 shots now coming from Crummer. Keegan missed his last one on the blue-collar 3. 2:20 left first quarter action. Closed out, but not under control. Brian Brown there talking to the official about a hold possibly. This is the time when you get up and chat a little bit. Even Bonas is up chatting a little. Waiting Kenai Humphrey to check in. Second free throw is good as well. Kenai does come in. Parker Douglas out on the other side. Demetrius Watson, number 20, checks in. His lavender shoes. So quite the
array of colors.
This should come from the color commentator. Get out your crayons. Your box of Crayolas there, Coach.
Well, no, this should be a good sponsorship for a paint company in Quincy. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, in Galesburg, we should have got the Galesburg paint company to sponsor it. There was a day when we had Wesley's Paints for points in the paint. Just ask Mr. Moyers. That was a few of those things he had to keep track of. Full court pressure being applied by the Silver Streaks. Devils beat the pressure. Down, Tate has his shot blocked there. Mahala went up high on the board to get that one. Mahala in transition. Drives through everybody. Lepper. Hard. Definitely was a foul. Mahala will go to the line to shoot 2 for Lep. It's going to be his second foul.
Coach Douglas has got to be talking to his guard saying, we're stopping the ball or slowing it down at half court. He drove it all the way down and went right to the middle of the lane. You know, got down to your, final defensive presence.
That was Lep.
Down low. And it's like, no, you got to stop it out high.
Yeah, because your big man just drove down through there.
Yeah.
Mahala made the first one. He'll have one more.
And I think he got the ball in the volleyball line up there and drove it all the way down. Nobody stopped it.
Right. Full court pressure being applied. There it was. Bad pass. Silver Streaks have it. Thomas Woodson Jr. checked in. Inside. Partial block. Good job, Woodson. He gets the rebound. And a foul. I believe it's going to call on Watson, who just checked in. Sure enough, his first, second on the Silver Streaks with 1:49 left in the first. 14-7 Streaks with the lead. 5 straight free throws coming from the Streaks. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Tate gets up around half court. Good job there. Kenai turned, threw it off his man, but his foot must have been on the line, but it came from the official all the way down court.
Bad pass by Tate up to the sideline.
Coach Steele had it. He was right there on the call. Devils back on defense in the high post to Mahala. Touch pass, threw it out there to the left side. That was Watson. Kicking the ball is Tate. Resetting it out there by Coach Brown between the scoring table and the Blue Devil bench. High post Mahala. Bile out high. Crummer as well. Long shot. No good for 3. Wow. Mahala got in there for the rebound. Luckily, he missed it. The Devils get it the other way. Good shot there. Jewels got close just got over the rim. He'll have a chance at a blue-collar three.
Good strong move to the hole. Used his right hand to go up with that little floater. Nice play by Clausell.
Bio, his first foul, third team foul. Jewels, no good on the three-pointer. Back in the box for Woodmart. Back on defense, Mahala. Mahala got the ball uncontested, was going to go to the basket, uncontested from the high post. Luckily, he traveled.
Our biggest problem is we had our two guards double teaming out high on the wing. One pass to Mahala, one dribble, and he almost might have dunked it, but
we'll know. You're going to come up there.
But you got to do a better job on defensive end.
Tate with the basketball. Tate, Humphrey, Griffith, Clausell, and Woodson Jr. Boy, Thomas, for a skinny guy, really puts on hard screens. Crosses his arms and goes hard. Tim Griffith, good crossover. Two crossovers. Good drive to the basket, and Tim's going to be rewarded with free throws. Foul goes on the other side. It'll be against Watson. He's just been in the ball game. 2 quick fouls. 14 fouls against the Silver Streaks. 5 on the Devils' first quarter with 55.8 left in the quarter.
Good strong take to the basket.
I like to see Tim doing that too, and he does pretty good. All our guys do. When they do that crossover, they change the height of the dribble too. You know, so somebody's not stealing it. They got to go down to a lower dribble quick and then pop back up.
Well, that was a good take. You know, he had an opening, he went for it.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times out there dribbling and not doing anything,
and there's a
doesn't work.
Yep, the double team will converge on you. Second one, no good. Rebounded by the Silver Streaks. Kenai picks up Crummer, but he does a little step back. He missed the shot. Almost put it in. Avion almost put it in. Bounced away from 2 of the Devils, and then right in the hands of Mahala, who had an easy layup. In the half-court set, Jewels, good crossover all the way to the hole. Oh, my goodness. Didn't get rewarded. Took 1 extra bounce and bounced off the rim. That was a nice look there by Jewels. And here's a step down by Toby K. Little dancing music because they called traveling. 21.4. Devils are down 16-9. Had a lead of 5-4. That's a little 5-point run that started to stretch that a little bit. Full court pressure being applied again. Clausell turns around. Had 2 guys beat, but decides to slow it down. Look for the last shot of the quarter. Kenai starts to make a drive. Kicks it back out. Milton Whitfield just checked into the ball game. Milton had it for a second. Jewels with 5 seconds. A little late to be running this play. He gets a screen. Oh, and a good turn on the screen and roll. Tell you what, we didn't hit it, but Woodson set up the screen and roll, pulled up for 15 to close out the quarter. And after 1 quarter here at Field Gymnasium in Galesburg, it's the Silver Streak 6, the Blue Devils 9. Back with more Blue Devil basketball right here, meccasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Back here at Field Gymnasium. Second quarter about ready. Wellman and Pettit. I was just looking at my score at 16-9 up there, Coach, but I've got Douglas with 2, Clausell with 4, Griffith with 3, 2, 4, 6. There's 9.
There's 9.
You
That's what I thought.
I got it. When Clausell made the basket, you get 2 for a basket these days, and so 7-9. So,
well, and I don't like the way they played the last 5 minutes of the first quarter. You know, it was a Devil, 5-4 game. 4 minutes in. Now all of a sudden they're at 16. They're on pace to get 65.
Devils come out in the quarter. I'll check the lineup here. There's a bad pass there. Devils losing the basketball. We'll check them on the defensive side when we come down the court.
Another turnover.
Clausell and Humphrey up high at the 2-3. Griffith and Whitfield circling Woodson Jr. on the back row. Right side, Toby K drops it inside. Turn, Masellan, shot no good. Tipped around, Mahala tracks it down. Two Devils are right there. Flip back out to Crummer. Crummer falling down. Cannot save it as he throws it down to the corner. Toby can't get it. Devils basketball.
Well, that's the kind of game Galesburg wants to play. Up and down, taking chances, using their athleticism, length, against the young Quincy High team.
The other guy out there in the second quarter is Bio. Devils almost lose the ball, bouncing off a foot. Whitfield in the backcourt brings it across to Humphrey.
Way too loose with the basketball.
Humphrey starts to drive in. Humphrey, little floater in the air, no good. Mahala came up, but a guard down low committed it. That's right, Toby K. Kibunina, it's his second foul. First team foul in the second quarter by both teams, either team.
And I think we have a cut on Humphrey's hand.
That'll be attention to blood rule. Gosh, back in our days, we just bled. You wiped it all over your jersey. Nobody cared. That was many moons ago. You still drank out of a water fountain or a hose in the backyard too. So, and you didn't mind eating a little dirt. 7:08 left, second quarter. That's the first half. And they give you so much time, but then usually after, we talked about this last year, and I looked it up. Remember, it was at a certain time, you basically either take a timeout or get a sub in.
Was it like a minute or something? Or?
Yeah, and it's not much. You've got to pretty well get it turned around. So, trainer will take care of that.
So we're going to have Parker Douglas come in and shoot the free throws? I'd pick the best free throw shooter out and bring him in.
No doubt, that's the time to do that. Douglas will come in to shoot 2 for Kenai. Now, he gets the credit too. Kenai gets the foul to put Douglas there. And Parker says thank you very much. First points of the second quarter. So it's Parker Douglas, Classell, Whitfield, Thomas Woodson Jr., and Griffith.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to be a lot more patient on the offensive end, but, we try to make plays. We've got probably 6-7 turnovers so far, here, and we're early in the second quarter.
Silver Streaks with the basketball. Mahia stays in that high post. Masellan stays working the low block and the short corners. Inside Mahala. Oh, and that was a pretty good attack for Woodson.
Well, and he roamed around the free throw line, then dropped down, was wide open. You got to have your middle guy going out and guarding him, instead of a wing.
Thomas came up, got partial block shot on that, but also
he was
across
way
the arms to
the
get
basket,
it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to follow him up there, and, if you can get in front of him, that's what you want to do and fight for. And then you'll have your weak side help, with your 3-row down low.
Aid Mahala, 3 for 3 at the charity stripe. 7 out of 9, I believe, so far. Make that 7 out of 10. I'll double check that as Tim Griffith gets the rebound for the Devils.
So they've got 7 free throws out of their 17.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, out of 10. Good pass there. Backdoor cut from the weak side. Whitfield will get the assist. Classell will get the basket. Great job there. Whitfield saw it wide open on the left wing. Classell made a great cut.
See, you can't let him get down that far.
And he being Mahala.
Well, he caught the ball, probably 13 feet out, drove it all the way down to where he was 3 foot away and went up on Woodson. And Mahala's got a good body at 6'5".
Oh, strength too. Good upper arms if you look in the back of the shoulders up
there.
Yeah. Good strength there in the deltoid region. That'd be the...
Is that what it is?
Yeah, anterior, posterior, and the middle deltoid. There's 3 of them. I used to love to get those things striated. That's so you look like you're a real stud out there. For all those people going, what? Hey, that's simple anatomy and physiology. We haven't gotten too crazy here. 6:30 left in the first half. 17-13 Silver Streaks as we're waiting around. Woodson Jr. got his second foul. Devils are 0 for 3 from, check that, 2 for 5 from the charity stripe as Parker came in to hit the 2. Yeah, you mentioned that, Coach. That's 7 free throws, 7-2 so far.
Well, we are playing at the field.
Well, we're also getting out of position and fouling too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
At some point we go.
Well, we've got too many times where we got 2 people on one person, and then they make the extra pass, and then they're taking it to the whole heart.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to stay matched up.
And we're coming from a bad angle at that time then too. So as we're kind of waiting around here, Wilson Freiberg waiting to check in. His brother Charlie waiting for tomorrow as he's part of that basketball team, along with all the great guys out there. In fact, one of our sponsors, Best Kept Son. He's got a good-looking son on that team. Caden Schultz. Timeout taken, looks like, because there's blood on the floor. How do you see red on top of black? I'm not sure. Now, I almost gave you another black and white a reference to Chuck Negron in Three Dog Night, but I did that last night. So we will take a quick break. We're back. Blue Devil basketball right here, MechaSportsCo.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the Dew.
And a fine sponsor of Blue Devil basketball, Atlas Slice, 121 North 6, Quincy. Chef-driven craft pizzas and wings from an open flame high heat oven. Drinks from Excel, open Thursday and Friday 4 to 9 and Saturday noon to 9. That's Atlas Slice, 121 North 6, Quincy, the 6th Street Promenade. Back here as we're getting a little maintenance work out here. Years ago, of course, you know, you had sweat on the floor, and that's one thing, too. I'm really surprised. In the COVID years, I think we did have that problem. We had masks we had to wear. Players couldn't play with the mask. It was crazy. You know, think of all the sweat, you know, over the years of playing somebody. I think you mentioned somebody we guarded the other night in there that, you know, sometimes they were sweating slimy, and it was like, oh, but that's a good offense to take at you. The defensive offense there. Stick around at halftime. We'll break this one down. We'll talk about tomorrow a little bit. Also, what happened tonight. Thriller there at the pit. And right now, you've got the QND Lady Raiders trying to take on Clopton to get off that 2-game skid. And the Raiders come in at the end of the night undefeated. And we're back to action. Mahala. Time to shoot a couple free throws. He's 2 for 2 so far. Nope, check that. He's already 3 for 3 as he made the first one before we found the blood on the court. Now, wasn't that right? Am I wrong there, Coach?
What?
Did he get to shoot the first free throw and make it? Then we had the blood?
No.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going a little nuts there.
No.
I anticipated. Oh, he did make one earlier. Did the same thing the last time. Made the first, missed the second. 6:23 and counting left in the first half. 18-13, Silver Streaks have the lead. Devils have the basketball. Wilson Freiberg checked in. Joels all the way to the hole. Mahala does a great job of no body contact for the block shot. Joels made a great move. Crummer on the other side. He takes it all the way. Nobody to stop him.
And once again, on-ball defense. It was horrible on that possession.
Griffith with a 3-on-1. Tim.
Block.
Great job of stepping by. If he could have just got around him, Mahala was going to take the charge. We'd have got a left-hand layup probably out of Tim on that one, but Tim's going to get to the line to shoot a pair. Mahala his first. Second team foul, both teams with 2 fouls in the second quarter. Yeah, he's the kind of guy you'd like to have in foul trouble. He's a good ball player. And he just finds the spots.
Well,
Devils don't find him.
The 2 sophomores, Bile and Mahala, they're going to be good next couple 3 years because these guys are getting a lot of experience this year.
Kind of like the Blue Devils in our young squad.
Yep.
Much better basketball. They're a lot of fun. I looked at postseason. We'll talk about it at halftime a little bit. We might not be the last lead. Tim Griffith comes through with 2 free throws. Nice job, Tim. Devils cut it to a 20-15 deficit. Inside 7 minutes, first half. Mahala gets the ball. It's bad news, folks. You're going to let him get the ball and take it to the basket.
Well, you let him catch the ball 4 foot from the basket, he's going to put it in the basket.
Yep. He's got moves. He's got a little height there. Luckily, we didn't jump and foul him that time. Whitfield gets it to Clisell. Joel's back. Man-to-man still coming from the Silver Streaks. Crummer matches up on Whitfield. Started to make a move from behind. Crummer tips it out. We'll go back to the Blue Devils. Ball got a little high on that dribble there. Parker will check it in. Box out of bounds play with Freiberg and Clisell low. Whitfield and Griffith at the high post. Clisell pops out left corner. Joels through the legs, and we'll reset. Wow, Freiberg got popped in love with Mahala. He was just trying to make a move and just ran into his shoulder. Backdoor cut, Joels kicks it to the right corner. Whitfield, good! Good pass out from Clisell. He'll get the assist. Milton was set up for the nice 3. And, of course, that three-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road, WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Devils do a good job knocking it to the floor, but picking it up is Kelly. Leslie Kelly checked in.
Little 15-foot floater there.
Was that Mahala?
No.
I saw Mahala.
Number 3.
Thank you, Coach. That was Crummer
Yep.
on that. Mahala looked like he was right there when I glanced up. He seems to be right there anyway. And here's a steal all the way in for Crummer. Makes another one.
Another turnover.
He's got 11 in the ballgame so far. 26-18. Devils in the backcourt, being hounded a little bit. Gets into the front. Lob from one side to the other. Good job by Whitfield. Caught the pass there from Freiberg. Took his time. Made a couple fakes. Put it up. Countered that 4-point run there by the Silver Streaks.
Good patience.
Inside Mahala. Nice spin move. Mahala's got to move.
You got to get in front of him and make him lob it over and then get weak side help. You can't let him catch the ball and go because we don't have anybody to guard him.
I tell you, I'm thinking of a lot of Hawaiian phrases when I hear of Mahala, and then also Meka Leka Hai, Meka Haini Ho. Inside 4 minutes.
Oh, he's a good athletic 6'5".
Very nice.
I think he's going to get bigger, too.
Reached on that one, he shouldn't have, but then he goes ahead and lets Parker Douglas take it to the hole, and Parker got that ball on his left, knowing that he got Mahala already on his hip.
Well, that's one thing about Galesburg. They give up about 54 points a game and score 58. So they have weakness on their defensive side. Another offensive rebound.
Well, inside out for Bile for his shot, but then poor Tim Griffith had 2 guys he had to screen out. Mahala gets it inside. McSellen, and I just don't think Milton's got as stronger legs yet, because Milton would have normally got up and got that rebound. McSellen got up and got it and got the putback. 30-22, inside 3 minutes, first half. Right side, Joel starts to make a drive. He'll bring it back out with a dribble. Good job. Parker Douglas now from 22. Parker Douglas, 22 behind the screen and drills it. Great shot from downtown there.
Devils are hanging in here, you know what I mean? But still, the pace, I don't like it. It's in the 65 to 70 range. I don't know if we can score with them.
Mahala at the high post in the paint. By the way, since 1978, as Parker Douglas gets a steal. But he tried to save it. Probably should have hung on and waited for Whitfield to come by, because Crummer goes in, misses the shot. Massellin gets the rebound. Out to Crummer, misses the shot. Whitfield gets it on the side. We'll get back to Woodmart in a second. In transition, Tim Griffith on the right wing. Timeout taken by the Devils. By the way, that last 3-pointer brought to you by your project planner since 1978, the most trusted building materials and kitchen bath design company in the Quincy area. Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy. Finally got to it there, Coach. In talking to Coach Kevin the other day, asked him, what's happening right now in your business? They're very, very busy. Well, people can't get outside and build houses or build, so they're renovating kitchens and bathrooms, backsplashes, tile. I talked about tile versus, the different kind of bathrooms that come in that you don't have to worry about grout, and had a good discussion on all that stuff. But then pretty soon it'll be time to start building. And where do you go to get good wood? Hey, Kevin's got good wood.
I was going to say, if you want to get something done inside, get there now. You know what I mean? And then, once the weather breaks, then you start doing the outside projects.
Keep them busy out there at Woodmart Building Center. Devils out of the timeout. Into the backcourt. Kanai's into the lineup. So Humphrey, Douglas, Tate, Freiberg, and Whitfield. 2 minutes left in the half. Down in the right corner, Douglas, who he stepped back like he was going to fire a 3. Massellin, though, closed down. Freiberg trying to work against Mahala. Oh, my goodness. Wilson Freiberg gave a little look to the one side. He got Mahala on his hip and then made a great spin move to the basket.
And now a steal.
Parker Douglas with a steal and a basket. It's a 1-point deficit for the Devils, 30-29.
$1:35 to go in the second.
Nice timeout. Something happened there. Devils come back out with 1:30 left, as Coach said. In the corner, Milton Whitfield is going to foul. It'll be his first. Third team foul. So first quarter, we got 5 fouls, and Galesburg had 4. This one with 1:30 left, it's only 3-2 Quincy in the fouls. Whistle blown, box out of bounds play. Goes into Bile. Nobody goes out to get him. Bile, nothing but air. Not net, air. Bile hit a 3-pointer early in the ball game. He had the right, tell you what, touch. Everything was right in line. He was a little right of the basket. His shot looked
As
good.
you could say, a little bit outside.
Yeah. No doubt. That is one of the greatest lines of all time. Drive to the basket.
Yeah,
Oh, Parker Douglas.
The little floater.
He gets the floater. More importantly, it gives the Devils a 31-30 lead.
Well, when 5'8" goes in on an athletic 6'5", you got to throw it up in the air a little bit.
Throwing the blooper. Devils back on defense now. Mahala gets it, skips over to Bile on the right side. Bile, shot no good. And a great job. I thought good job of everybody screening out. Humphrey went and picked the ball up, but they're going to call Avion Tate for a foul on the screen out.
Well, they were battling down there for the board, and you like to see that with the Blue Devils.
Probably had a push and a little bit of a hand on that.
Oh, all's fair in love and rebound.
That's right. It's hard work and determination.
Effort.
You got it. Oh, get it into Masella. Masella, though. Ball was tipped away. Comes over the right side. Kelly has to bring it back out to Bile. Devils playing some good D. It's inside a minute left in the half. Mahala getting picked up. Has to bring it back out to Crummer. Crummer trying to find a seal there. It was not. Masellin. And they're going to call Wilson Freiberg. Wasn't a flop, but it wasn't enough contact, but a good try there for the Jeremiah on Wilson. It's his first foul.
A little bit too far underneath the basket. You know, you got to be out a little bit farther, you know, and stop him. But, you know, it's one dribble, and he was at the rim.
And that's what we want to see. We talked about some of the things I'd like to see.
The little circle.
You got it, the half circle.
Point,
yep. It won't be maybe quite as big as the college game because the big guys are on the floor, but definitely something to show. And it helps the officials.
Well, keep it the same size as the college because, you know, if these kids want to play, they're going to have to go up to the next level and do that.
And you do want charges to be outside. You want them farther out. You don't want guys standing underneath the basket. First one was no good. Second one up is good. So Masellin.
And when they stand underneath the basket, that's when injuries happen.
You got it. And those are the ones I hate, though, when you get a call and it counts. 31-31. Devils with the basketball. 30 seconds left in the first half. Like to have the last shot. Can we hold it long enough and then work it with 10 seconds to get one?
That's what they're running now.
Yep. Key is just watch the good hands. And I think the other night after Webster Grove's hands, boy, at the guards, they were tough. Inside, Kanai kicks it out. Hey, almost kicks it out.
Lost it out.
Freiberg out to Douglas. Douglas starts to make a drive. This one goes off the fluorescent orange shoes, and he wasn't even looking. Bile, it went off his back of his shoe trying to get to Griffith in the corner.
You got to get into your set, what you're going to run with 10 seconds. They're just freelancing.
By the way, that wasn't Griffith in the corner because he's out right now. Devils get it in, Avion Tate. Tate back out to Parker Douglas. Douglas being hounded out there by Kelly.
Gotta go.
Starts to make a move with 2 seconds.
Gotta go.
Skips all the way out. Avion Tate throws it up. Oh, off the back of the iron. Pressure made us take that last second fader in the corner, but the Devils ran off 9 straight points to take over the lead. One free throw later, halftime, Coach, 31-31, and we erased the 7-point deficit after one.
Well, yeah, and, you know, it's an up-and-down game, and, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think we've played very well in the first half, you know, with, you know, taking care of the basketball or on-ball defense or, you know, defensive rebounding. You know, we can get a lot better, you know, in the second half, you know, and hopefully, I mean, right now it's at the Galesburg pace, so, you know, in the 60s.
So you're saying that first half for the Devils was a carousel?
Well,
up and down.
Well, you know, they had good spots and they had bad spots.
I like the good more than the bad here. Hey, it's halftime here at Thiel Gymnasium. You'll have a chance to watch the dance squad out here. Your score all knotted up like the start of the game off, but it's 31-31. Back with the halftime show, and also the second half. Had to think about where we were going after that with Wellman and Pettit on mechasportsco.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Spring is right around the corner with warm weather approaching quickly. Best Kept Sod Farm offers a full line of landscaping services. We can provide the labor. If you thrive on DIY, we can give you advice or recommendations on how to make your lawn the talk of the neighborhood. No job is too big or too small, and as always, we provide free estimates. Best Kept Sod Farm is a local company who strives for excellent customer satisfaction and takes pride in what we do. Contact us today by phoning or texting us at 217-779-0620 to discuss your project needs.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back at the Field Gymnasium at the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight, Quincy and Jacksonville. SleepTightMidwest.com. First half looks like this. It took us a while for anybody to score. It was 2-0. We thought the game might end up 10-9. And the way that was, we all knew that was going to be different. Galesburg came out with 4 points. We found a three-point shooter to make it that way, and it was 4-2 as Crummer. He didn't complete that three-point play, so we have to double-check on that. Anyway, Devils are up 5-4. Galesburg came back to take it over 9-7. Devils got within 2, but boom, 5 straight free throws. First of all, we fouled a three-pointer, and that was Crummer. He hit all 3. Mahala, good at the line. We found ourselves down 14-7. Devils hit a basket. Back with a basket for the Galesburg Silver Streaks, and after one, 16-9, Devils down by 7. Really kind of worked back and forth there. We stayed around that 7 throughout until it got to 8, 26-18. Stayed that way for 28-20 and 30-22. Devils down by 8, ran off 9 straight points, took the lead 31-30. And the last free throw of the first half, I believe Masellan made that one. And it was 31-31 as we wrapped it out here, Coach. And pretty good half there on as far as scoring and staying with it. Especially like we mentioned, probably didn't play our best basketball.
Yeah, but
definitely didn't play our best
bounced back. Very resilient. In this ball game. But we got to do a better job. Guarding, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball. And if we do that the second half, this game is ours to win.
And you mentioned too while we were in the break, we did that and got back and tied with Lepp on the bench. He got 2 fouls, so Brennan took a seat. Thomas Woodson came in for him, Jr. He got 2 fouls, so they'll both have 2. On the other side, Demetrius Watson off the bench with 2, and Toby Kay, he's got 2 as well, but so nobody really in foul trouble. Leading the way for the Devils in the first half, and Parker Douglas had a bucket in the first quarter. In the second quarter, I believe he's got 11 points, 2 free throws. He got to come in for Kanai and take those, so he'll have to thank Kanai on that, and he owes him a drink or a sandwich somewhere. Hit the three-pointer, had a couple good drives to the basket, and the bloopers as they come in there. But he is having a great half so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's done probably the best job of taking care of the basketball outside also. He needs to keep up the play here in the second half.
Cosell has 6 also with there, as you check the court out. Lots of future Palmers here in the Silver Streaks. That's a pretty good number out there. Partially why the place is packed. That's what you do when you have a good game like that. On the other side, Keegan Crummer. He has 11 points, 4 buckets, and 3 free throws. They were all in a row as he got fouled on a three-point play. Eden Mahala, big guy inside, 6 after 1 quarter, 6 after 2 quarters, 12 points total. So 6 and 6 do make 12. And so he's leading the way inside. Good-looking ball player, but if you're going to let him have the basketball uncontested or let him have the basketball 4 feet from the basket, you're going to have a tough time on the night.
Yep. I say he very athletic, very long. We haven't done a very good job of guarding him. You know, I mean, he catches the ball, 10, 12 feet away from the basket. He's one dribble, and he's at the rim. You got to make sure either you get in front of him, especially when he's down on the block, let him lob the ball and then get weak side help, or you get out into him and not let him take the ball and, one dribble and get to the basket. Got better on-ball defense.
It's halftime here at Thiel Gymnasium. Devils and Silver Streaks tied up. When we come back, we'll talk about what else is happening in the Western Big Six and also what's happening tomorrow right here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa! Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
And back here at Thiel Gymnasium, Pom Pom Night. Well, the future Pom Pommers there, and we've ran across many of those, whether it's at Notre Dame, Quincy High.
And there's a lot of future Pom Pom girls here for sure.
And right now there's somebody out there, Lexi DeMott, saying, hey, girls, not everybody can be a Pom Pom girl. How about girls basketball?
Well, yeah, I mean, guaranteed a bunch of these will probably be girls basketball players too because of the wonderful program that they've got here.
Oh.
Massey started it way back when, and the new gal, she's just taking it over and picking it up to the next level.
And she keeps on her business because tonight I got here way early. So I was up here setting up, being very quiet. She had no problem with me being at the practice. A lot of noise at the end of the practice I heard down there in the hallway. Didn't bother her. She was focused on what was up. The kids were playing good ball, and we had already faced them, so there was no scouting report coming from me. So, hey, here's what's happening tonight in the Western Big Six. Of course, we're here at Galesburg. That heads it up right there. Alleman hosting Moline. Moline gets another victory tonight. Alleman's gotten much better, though. They're 7-18 on the season. They've made a turnaround there. Nice to see. And I asked Mark, their athletic director, last night how football went. He said it was going pretty good, and then we got down the last 3 games and had to forfeit because we had so many freshmen, so many sophomores, and I wasn't going to get them hurt. I think the first time it was against Moline, and I got to agree there, but I'm glad they're back with that because, and to think they one time had a stellar football program out there. So East Moline, UT is hosting Geneseo. East Moline comes in, there you are, they're 15-9, now 7-3, going to be 8-3 tonight. Geneseo 12-13 and 3-7, and Sterling has Rocky. Sterling, we don't know what's happened there. They're 5-19. They did beat us, but beat us at a bad time, and we played them well until that point when they took the game over. So that's tough. But right now in the Western Big Six standing still, Moline and Rocky 9-1, East Moline 7-3, Galesburg and Quincy 4-6, Geneseo 3-7, Sterling 2-8. And rounding it out, Alleman 2-8.
So when does Moline and Rocky play again?
Thank you. I'll just go good segue in there, and it is in the postseason.
Really?
Yes, because remember they just played each other a couple weeks ago. No, last week. And Rocky beat Moline 59-42 on January 30th. That was last Friday.
And so
they're going to have to play.
Moline beat them earlier.
That's right, way back on the 3rd week, was it?
So we're going to have a tie for the Big Six.
3rd week, Moline 54, Rock Island 51. Looking at their schedule the rest of the way out, we mentioned Rocky's got Sterling tonight. Moline's got Alleman. So let's give them both a victory.
Yep.
We go to next week. Moline's got Geneseo. Rocky's got East Moline. Give Moline a victory. Rockies.
At East Moline or at the Panther Den.
I've got it at East Moline, so at Panther Den.
Okay, at the Panther Den, that could be a tough game.
That'll be a close one. So East Moline could put out the snafu out there, the gabosh, or whatever you want to. Tabosh, that was the player we faced the other night.
Yep.
I knew we'd get that in there somewhere. Then the following week, Rockies got Geneseo. Moline has Galesburg here. And rounding out the last one, Rockies got Alleman. And Moline has Quincy. So Quincy could
it could be the spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. They're on that last game on Tuesday, February 17th. And that'll be right after the Monday we have the girls in the postseason as they will be playing Edwardsville. The second game of the night, I believe I did say 7:30 on that one, Coach. Beforehand, I think I was talking about that. Monday, 16th, 7:30 at Edwardsville. Winner will play Friday, so it's a Monday, Friday for the Blue Devil girls in the postseason. And I believe the Lady Raiders are
Thursday.
Okay, so interesting there, the Monday, Friday, because it usually goes Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday.
Yep.
But it really depends on, who's hosting everything. So Devils last year from the girls' side lost to Edwardsville early in the season, came back in the first round of the postseason, beat them, then ran into Alton at Granite City. Alton, a very good team again, and I think I had the standings on where those teams all were so far in the season. While we're listening to the band a little bit here, Jam.
I was going to say Alton, I think, is ranked, 6th in the state, in 4A. And
Here you
Belleville
go.
East is, I think, 12th,
Here you
something
go.
like that.
Got you right here. 4A, that's record-wise. Alton, number 1 seed, 23-2. Belleville East, 22-4. O'Fallon, 18-9. Quincy, 18-7. Now that was beforehand, so we're 19-7 now.
19-8.
And 19-8 after the loss. Thank you. Edwardsville, 11-13. Pekin, 13-14. Granite City way down there with an 18-8 record, but don't play the Southwest Conference, so everybody knows that. Collinsville 6-21, and Belleville West 7-18.
Yeah, isn't Granite City in that conference with Quincy Homeschool?
I think you're right. You'd mentioned that earlier. Edwardsville and Belleville West have the host. We were there at Belleville West last year. Now here's what's kind of neat. Belleville West takes the last seed. Collinsville takes the next seed up. Last night, Belleville West beat Collinsville 50-37. I think they play each other in the first round again to face Alton. So that's one of those you kind of go.
No, we face Alton.
We play
Edwardsville.
No. Before, there's an 8-9, there's a 19. So we have a play-in game quarterfinal. Collinsville has to play Belleville West.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 9. They will play, the winner of that will play Alton.
Oh, okay.
And then, if we get by and Alton gets by,
yep.
You got it. So, but I understand that because normally we have only 8 teams in the pool there. So it's halftime is up as there's 20 seconds up. Teams are getting ready to go. Devils will come on the floor. They'll be on defense. It'll be Douglas Clausell. And in the back row, Lepper's back in the lineup in that 2-3 with Griffith on his left, Tate on his right. On the other side, Toby Kay with the basketball on the left wing, Crummer at the top. Right side, Bile. High post, Mahala, and that low post, Massellin in that sneaky short corner. Silver Streaks working right to left. Angled on your TV screen there, computer screen or whatever you got out there. Even the small phone on Coach Bruner. Shot, Mahala. Oh, Mahala. Off-balance shot, low percentage shot. He just made it high percentage. Lepper came over on him. In transition, Clausell. Check that, Tim Griffith. Missed. Left. Weak side. Got the rebound, but tipped it in. No good, but then Griffith tracks it down. Lepper from the wing. No good. Avion Tate. Spin move. And good-looking block shot, I thought, maybe on Massellin, but he's going to get called for his first foul, and Avion Tate will go to the line to shoot 2. Good job on the boards. The Devils hitting it. Lepp had a good point blank. Had the good left, just didn't go in.
Well, it had the good look for the 3 in the corner, too.
And we had a good look on that one right from our perch up here. I like this perch. Kind of tight in the corner, so I'm going to have to cut back on the food a little bit next time I come up here. Having a tough time keeping that figure. First one's good by Tate. He'll have one more. I was going for something. I didn't really know where I was going on that one. Not the first time. Tate's second one. Avion misses. Parker Douglas hounding in the corner. Almost got it from Massellin. Down the right side. Tipped over there by Clausell. Good job by Jewels. Jewels and Parker will be at the top of that 2-3. As we mentioned before, with Lepp and Griffith and Tate. AVM was sneaking up here. Nobody behind him at this time. Crummer back at the A on the Galesburg. Almost on the lightning bolt. Devils doing a good job covering up. Mahala sends it back out. Crummer looked at a 20-footer, passes it up. Bile back up. Patience. Good job by the Devils picking up. Now Crummer takes the 20-footer. Touches everything. But Masellan's inside. Lepp got away with a foul. Thank goodness. Masellan got behind. Good job by Avion Tate to take the basketball away. Devils have the ball in transition. Actually, they were in transition. And then Toby Kay decided to stop, make a little contract on the steal on Jewels. His third foul right now. And quickly, Coach Deal says, got to take a seat over here. Brings back in Demetrius Watson, number 20. Into the backcourt, Jewels will bring it up. Watson will drop back to half court. 6.5 left, third quarter action. Tate, top of the key, looking. Bounce pass from top to Lepp. Lepp, fakes a couple passes, then Lepp gets the short little hook from the short corner in the right side. Lots of short. The only thing that wasn't short is Lepp.
No, he gets that ball down there on the block. He's got some good moves. Right-handed, left-handed, he can go either way.
And the first move was a ball fake to get the guy coming down to go back to the wing. That was sweet. Watson being picked up by Clausell. Back to Mahala. Mahala back to Watson. Devils double team over there. Don't get too far out. We don't need to go any farther than that.
Well, I was going to say, we bring Griffith out like that, then that's when your short corner's open.
You've got it.
You got to stay matched up and bump.
Silver streaks back with it. Mahala flashes up to the high post. Taking a drive to the basket, off the glass, no good. Avion Tate comes away with the Devils with the weak side rebound.
Good box out.
Parker Douglas comes down right side. Let's go reset it. 2 passes, now 3 to the corner. Tim Griffith misses the shot, and I think they call Lepp on a moving screen down below. And I'm not sure if it was the moving screen or if it was, coach is kind of looking, so he's not disagreeing with it. For Lepp, it's his third. We spent a lot of time, like you said, in that first half, him sitting on the bench, and we made the comeback. But we want him late in the game.
Oh, yeah. We're going to need to have him, the last
crunch time.
8 minutes, the last quarter, for sure.
Yep.
Last quarter, for sure.
Woodson Jr. comes in. He's got 2 fouls, too, so he's going to have to watch not getting that third foul. Thomas will take the middle of that 2-3 zone. Keep an eye with Masellan sneaking in the back. Good pass, dribble there by Crummer, but then when it goes inside, good dribble, but bad pass.
Well, and you got to be better on ball. When you're at a 2-3, you should be set up between him and the basket, not let him drive to the basket.
Devils have the basketball, man-to-man coming from the Silver Streaks. Avion Tate right side to Clausell at the wing. Avion Tate behind the screen. Passed up the shot, got it to Parker Douglas. Goes in, up with the floater. Just didn't get it up high enough there. Used the energy he had to get through that defense to get to that shot. 34-33, Devils by 1, third quarter, 4:38 left and counting in the third quarter. Bile down to that short corner. Masellan does a drive, makes a spin move, and Thomas reached in. It was going to be an easy layup on the weak side as Tate got behind his man.
Well, either that or, Tate would have had to foul to stop the basket, 1 of the 2, so.
More importantly.
Yeah, 2 Blue Devils out of position on that possession.
And Woodson Jr. gets his third foul, so along with Lepp. Big guys inside, we're going to need some stuff off the bench maybe. Thomas cannot foul, not at least here. We got 4:20 left in the third quarter. Mahala, good move to the hole. First of all, nobody picks him up. Then nobody picks him up on the shot.
Rebound.
He gets his own and takes it up and scores. Effort wasn't there on that. Drive, Clausell kicks it out. Tate's 3, no good. Avion from the right wing misses. Rebound by Galesburg. Crummer looked at maybe trying to go between Douglas and Clausell. Backs it out to half court. High post is Mahala. He's got Douglas right behind him. Kind of hiding because you can't find him. He comes up to the waist. Well, maybe a little more than that. Fading shot, and we foul the fading shot. Joels Clausell, his second foul. Devils third in the third quarter.
once again, we got ebbs and flows, in the pace of the game. Now it's a Blue Devil pace. Because what were we at halftime?
31-31.
31-31. And we've given them 4 points here in the first 4 minutes, of the third quarter. This is Devil pace right now. And with the team that likes to run up and down the floor, this drives them nuts.
Tim Griffith will come out as Milton Whitfield check in. Crummer missed the free throw. 31-31. I don't think that's in the year 31-34. I think it was in the year 25-25. Zager and Evans. People are going, us old-timers remember that. Second free throw is good by Crummer.
And they're out, 1-2-2, three-quarter court.
30,
Take care of the basketball.
36-34. Devils down by 2. Whitfield brings it back out to Jewels. One pass across the other side to Avion.
Pass the ball and move. Pass the ball and cut.
Yep, Milton made a cut there. Wasn't there. 2 passes.
Swing
now Jewels right side.
There we go.
There's the backdoor cut. Tate did a good job of getting it, taking it back out, though, because.
Wasn't there.
Nope. Even though he was point blank. Douglas, Tate now fakes. And he threw the pass lazily. Good news. Should be coming back to us, yes, as Crummer tipped it out. Tate stayed away from making contact with it. We knew that. That's why we were already on this end.
Very sloppy.
That one was. Douglas, Clausell, Tate, Whitfield, and Woodson Jr. Approaching 3 minutes left in the quarter. The Devils slow corner. Down by 2, 36-34. Double team. Crummer just takes it away from Tate. Then comes down and leans into Tate, misses the shot. I think he'd go ahead and get the shot made first.
Yeah.
Parker Douglas got the rebound. Douglas down in the corner. Now they'll go inside. Nice little turnaround shot. Good shot off the glass. Thomas had it. Little hard there. Came off the front of the iron.
Got sped up a little bit.
Yep. Otherwise, a good move.
Oh, yeah.
Flashing, catching, and making the shot. Taking the shot. Right side Bile from 20-some. Maybe 24. Problem now is it's been a nice little 6-point run, building up the 5-point lead for the Silver Streaks. Half court set, right side Tate. Coming up high behind the screen was Clausell. Flashing inside, Woodson turns, shoots, misses. Oh, and a nice tip there by Thomas. Missed the shot, stayed. I mean, it's a quick bounce for him. Bounced off the floor, got right back up, put it in. Stops that mini run of 6 points. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Crummer now from 22 feet, good. You just hit one. They go back out there deep, hit another one. And like we said, Coach, uncontested because it's way out there. Got to get somebody out there. 1:40 left in the third, counting. Half court set. Joels waves it out, brings it back to the top. Being guarded out there by Watson. Pops it up to Woodson Jr. behind the arc. Back to Joels. Joels behind the screen, 3. Oh, went around with a 360 and rolled out. Not a bad look on that shot,
well,
Coach.
Yeah, good look off the pick and roll.
Good help in there. Whitfield closed down as Crummer was doing the same thing he did in the first. He made the cut through the lane and did the reverse layup with his back to the basket. This time he gets a foul on Woodson. I'd rather have that on Whitfield because Milton only has 1. That gives Woodson Jr. 4. And it puts Crummer on the line where right now he is 4 out of 5 on the night.
Now we got Lepp coming back in with 3, so we got to play smart here.
First one's good by Mr. Crummer.
And he's got 17 for the game.
Humphrey, Griffith, and Leppert in. Clausell, Woodson Jr., and Tate out. That means Whitfield and Parker Douglas stayed in, if you're keeping track on your board. 1:17 left in the third quarter. Devils find themselves down by 7. One more free throw coming by Crummer. Gets it. Nice touch from the man. 44-36. Full court pressure being applied again by the Silver Streaks.
And I think it's man-to-man. And once again, we got 2 people back there. Get away.
Devils lose the basketball. Steal over there by Crummer. 1 minute left in the quarter. These are the ones you don't want to close or start quarters off. You really don't give any times where you throw the ball away like that. But Mahala gets it off the right side at 18. Goes to Bile. Left side no good. Lepper with a rebound. Outlets to Griffith. Tim
Take it.
Comes down the left side. All the way to the hole. Goes off of Watson. They say it goes off Griffith last.
Yep.
So the Devils missed the opportunity. I think 45 seconds left. It's right in the middle of that backboard.
Yep.
Missed opportunity there. Tim got the steal. Was heading down hard.
And Galesburg's going to probably try to get the last shot.
And a 3 would be a real 2 or 3. Makes it 10 or 11 points. So Devils need to really match up on this one. We're inside 30 seconds right now.
Need to have a good defensive set here.
Watson's on the right side with the basketball is Crummer. High post Mahala. Masellan working the low post. Milton sees him. Left side Bio, watch for him. Good job on D. Goes into Mahala. Watch the hand checks there, Lep. Down to 10 seconds. Back to half court for Crummer. Screen is set. Lep is there. Kenai picks it back up. To the basket. No good on the shot. Mahala got it. Watson got it. No. 2 more tips. One of them might have gone in, but it didn't matter. We are through 3 quarters. We dodged that bullet at the very end there. And after 3 quarters, it's the Silver Streaks 44, the Blue Devils 36. And hey, baby time, the 4th quarter right here. MeccaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Back here at Field Gymnasium, Galesburg High School, Galesburg, Illinois. 8 minutes left on the clock. Devils down 44-36. It was 31-31 at half. Galesburg scored the first 2. Devils got a free throw and a basket, led 34-33. Mini little 6-point run, 39-34 Galesburg. Devils with a basket, got it within 3 again, but then a 5-point run puts us where we're at, 44-36.
And once again, we only got 5 points in the 3rd quarter. You know, you got to do better. You got to be up in the 12, 14, 15 range. You know, if you're going to stay with this team, it likes to get up and down the floor.
Yep, 9 in the first quarter. I thought that was a low number as we were down 16-9, but came back to tie it up. Devils will have the basketball in the 4th quarter. Douglas, Humphrey, Griffith, Whitfield, and Lep's in there. Woodson Jr. has 4, Lep has 3. Lep has the basketball.
We got to get...
Lazy pass, takes it all the way in. That's Crummer. Crummer on the weak side didn't really need to play much defense on that one. That ball was just bounced over. Too long of a pass cross court. We've been talking about that last few weeks, I believe. One of our weaknesses, it seems like. Whitfield gets it at 17. Turns and faces up. Goes to the hole. Off the glass. Nice job there, Milton. Milton, after getting 5 in the 2nd quarter, now has 7.
And he looks like he's starting to round into a little bit better shape, you know, and the knee's not bothering him as much. At least I don't think so.
A run for that last couple of weeks, plus the postseason. Devils back in man-to-man. Left corner, Masellan pops out. Lep stays in. Back out to Watson. Crummer now on the left wing. Goes into Masellan. Mahala's trying to get big inside. Mahala's been on the lane a long time. Masellan got a chance to bring it out in front of the basket and score with a little short hook. I thought Mahala hung out there a long time. His shoes went from whatever color they are. Oh, that pink turned black there as the paint here is black. Devils were taking their time getting it up the court. Silver Streaks commit the foul. First one of the 4th quarter. Foul was taken on by Watson, his 3rd foul. Devils will have it right there over in the scoring table. Griffith to trigger it in. Douglas and Kenai Humphrey right there. Behind them at the Galesburg, the Bolt right there, Lightning, is Whitfield. And Humphrey started leaning. Griffith, yes. Started leaning for the pass. So he's already thinking where he's going to pass. So he starts moving. And then the pass isn't there. So he falls over and travels and actually falls into the court. Turn the ball over to Galesburg. Griffith goes out. Humphrey goes out. Woodson Jr. back in. Also Clausell. So matching up man-to-man, it's going to be Douglas and Clausell at the guards. Lep, Woodson Jr., and Whitfield on the back row. Galesburg with a 10-point lead. Right side three, no good. Lepp had it, taken away after it was tipped by Classell. Jewels all the way down, makes the pass. Whitfield can't hold on to it.
Now, see, that's what I call a good turnover right there. Going to the basket, losing out of bounds, going up for a layup on a 3-on-2 to where they're not scoring at the other end.
Milton was a little upset himself that he didn't bring it in and take it in.
Oh, yeah.
6:20 left in the ball game. Devils are down 48-38 here on the home floor of the Silver Streaks. Crummer to Mahala. Mahala did the hop, did the double dribble.
Left gets number 4.
You know, I always know all the big guys do this. But when you go and get a ball and take two hands and throw it down to the floor and catch it to go up, that's double dribble, right? Because you're pushing it with two hands. I don't see that called much.
You're going to have to talk to somebody with the black and the white on.
I will do that then. Any of those guys in Quincy that would like to chat sometime and explain that. I understand.
Because if my guy does it, it's okay. Yeah, the other guy does it, it's a double dribble.
Yeah, there you go. One foul apiece. Mahala missed the first, missed the second. Lepp, how about that rebound? Lepp lost and tipped it to Woodson Jr. Woodson Jr. tipped it back to Lepp. What do we give there?
You need a good offensive set here. Get this under 10.
Lepp out high. Mahala's going to come out and guard him, knowing he's a three-point threat.
Well, he's a little bit higher than he should be. He caught it at the G in Galesburg. Needs to catch it at the top of the key.
Right, Lepp won't take that shot. From the left corner, Lepp starts to make a move down the block. And slapping down at him was Mahala. For Mahala, that will be his second foul. One in the first half, one right now in the second half. First one of the last quarter. Check that they now have two. That be the Silver Streaks are they. Parker Douglas to trigger it.
Lepp's going to have to be big here the last 5:40 of the game.
Well, Masella's helping out, so Woodson needs to get out of the way. There he goes, flash high, so Lepp can get the high-low post. All right, Coach, who just called that? There you go.
Well, and the thing is, Woodson got the ball right to free throw line or maybe a step behind the free throw line to make that pass. Wasn't out at the volleyball line trying to do that.
Right, because Lepp was down there when Woodson was on the weak side. It's like McSellen was just waiting for the weak side help.
Oh, be careful.
McSellen goes through it to the lane. Misses, but there's Mahala on the tip from the weak side.
He's now got 18.
That's a nice tip there, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't screen him out, but played some pretty good D without fouling. Lepp did there on McSellen. There's another high-low. It would be the same results. This one, though, rolls out. Boy, that was another good assist. And Mahala on the other end scores and is fouled.
Lepp missed the shot. Mahala got the ball down at this volleyball line, drove all the way down. Nobody got in front of him or slowed him down. Terrible transition defense.
I got Classell I already had him for 3, and they put down 2. Somebody got Jewel's fouls in the first half. Mahala makes the basket, makes it 52-40 with 4:51 left. What a shame there. We were point blank 2 times in a row. Lepp's ball just snuck out. On the other end, Mahala takes it down, hits the 3, blue collar style. A 5-point run. Now it's 13-point deficit for the Blue Devils. Half-court set, Lepp from the side. No good. Woodson Jr. just got out-muscled on the weak side. Mahala just bumped him off the side. And, Woodson Jr. for a skinny guy has some muscle in there. Mahala says no.
Yeah, but Mahala's,
yep.
He's a different bird.
Inside, we got a foul. That might be Joel's out there, too, reaching in when the ball went inside with 4:25 left on the Silver Streak end.
It was a Whitfield.
Yep.
That's third. Second?
Milton's got 2. Devils have 3 in the quarter. No shots, so triggering it will be Crummer. All 4 guys up at the free throw line. Everybody makes cuts, flying every which way. Mahala comes out to the right corner, gets the ball. He wants to work on Milton. Good help there by Lepp. Lepp put his both hands up.
Straight up.
And blocked them straight up. And that was a good job of not fouling there. And he took the blunt Mahala bumping into him. In the half-court set, 4 minutes left in this one. Woodson will take a 20-footer. Good! He looked at first, and then he thought, wait, I think I got this shot. And I got to say, that was a good-looking shot there.
Well, it was a good-looking shot, and you had Lepp underneath the basket that was sealing off for the rebound. Oh, bad pass.
And then the Devils try to come back with that one after tying at 53-53. By the way, that three-pointer.
53-43.
Yes, excuse me. Trying to get it in. Anytime I can sneak him in there, Coach.
Sneak another 10?
That three-pointer was brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Ideas for every room, for every project. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Yes, anytime we can sneak them on the board, we'll try. 53-43, inside 4 minutes left. Actually, 3:40. Silver Streaks of the ball, have it knocked back in the backcourt.
Over and back.
Almost, he just missed the line. Mahala on the left side, one spin, two spins, one step all the way through, missed the shot, missed the putback. Luckily, it was tipped out. Douglas gets it. Down court, turnaround, Woodson, no good on the shot. Lepp gets banged from behind. I would have thought somebody was on Lepp's back there as they knocked the ball out of bounds and thought Silver Streaks touched it, but aggressiveness inside for Lepp trying to get the rebound. No fouls were called. That's good. Devils going to have to pick up man-to-man.
I don't know if I like that shot selection, though.
It looked like a good shot from the corner, but we had no rebounding.
1 on 4.
Right.
Hey, pull the ball out, run a set, get a bucket. You're down by 10. You run a play, get a 3, then you're down by 7.
There is no 10-point shots out there on the court, I don't think, anymore. And it's not Reggie Miller down in the corner scoring as well. So, hey, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. More Blue Devils and Silver Streak basketball on MechaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back at Field Gymnasium, Galesburg, 3:19 left, Streaks 53, Blue Devils 43. Wellman and Pettit haven't scored tonight yet, but we haven't given up any points.
Well, we've scored 12 points in the second half. That's not good enough to win, against a, athletic, offense that wants to score 60, 65.
And they scored 21, right? Yes.
31, 22.
Yes, darn.
22-12.
Missed my 21-12 comment.
22-12.
There we go. Devils come back man-to-man. Crummer has the basketball. Douglas is on him. Mahala's up high. Milton Whitfield on him. He's out 20 feet past the basket. Watson has Classell. Lepp's down low, waiting for Masellan to make a move. And Woodson Jr. on the opposite side with Bile on him.
Well, I think you're going to see him slow it down and get good shots. Spread the ball.
And use the clock. Again.
Yeah. Clock's your friend right now.
Yep, if you're Galesburg, it is. Crummer has it outside, and already we've had a couple handouts. Now, we're awful closely guarding there. Where's the count there? Missed about 3 seconds before Douglas started getting backed in. Back to the top, Mahala. 2:30 left. Got to make something happen, down by 10. Woodson Jr. can't do it because he's got 4 fouls, right?
Oh, yeah, we got him and Lepp with 4 fouls in there. So the other guys, Douglas got to get out there and pressure the ball. He's only got 1. Milton's got 2.
Now he's got 3. So Milton's 3rd. Devils 4th. 2 on the other side for the Streaks.
Who hasn't shot the free throws well tonight for Galesburg? Anybody? I know they had like 5 or 6 in a row. Well, Mahala go up.
Mahala is 5 for 9. Okay. That's the closest.
Yeah, anytime he touches the ball, foul him. He goes 1 for 2. You come down, hit a 3. You've already cut 2 points into the lead.
He's had a good-looking shot there tonight too, though. But 2 for 4 for Rakeem Masellan too. So.
Yeah, you got 2:14. You got to go after it. Get after it now.
Yeah, you got to stretch the clock out. Make this game long.
Yep. Woodson fouls out.
And they call a foul out there at half court. There's no sense reaching in there. And some guards got to come over and foul for us.
His 5th, he's out.
Thomas Jr. will foul out with 5 points. He's got 1, 2, and 1, 3 in the ball game. 2:08 left in the game. Don't forget to stick around for the post game. Brought to you by Hardee's, 30th and Broadway. Brian Harms and company. We'll also have the coaches' comments. Avery Beeston checks in for the first time tonight, number 2. So heading to the line. Bile, he's shooting. Got 2. Avery Beeston ready to get in there. He was ready to set the screen. Screening out the shooter. So we know Avery's got the shooter. That means Parker can go to the basket. He's behind Mahala, so
he's going to have to
squeeze him.
Pinch on Mahala.
Second free throw was good by Bile. Devils down court. Down by 12. 2 minutes left. Nice pass by Clisell inside. Lepp uses the left hand again. Boy, that's just too bad we weren't on that earlier in the ball game and getting it in. We were having a tough time getting it down where we could get it into Lepp. Lepp being effective there, 158, back to a 10-point game. Lepp's only got 6 in the ball game, but the first half he didn't play much because he got 2 fouls and had to sit.
Yeah, well, and to be honest with you, I'd have liked to see Mayala try to guard Lepp, underneath the basket, letting him catch it down there on the block. Might have been, Mahala in foul trouble instead of Lepp.
Exactly. Mahala's only got 2 to go with his 21 points tonight. Also, you've got
and quite a few rebounds.
I got Crummer up there with 20 points as well.
Yeah, Crummer's got 20 also. Biles got 8.
I had 19 out to find that other
and
point.
And Masellan's got 6. So, I mean, you've got 3 or 4 people that are contributing to Galesburg's offensive stretch here.
Here we go. Basketball in the hands of the Silver Streaks, who have the 10-point lead. Got to go full court. Beeston out here hounding a little bit.
Got a foul.
Bile across the timeline. Beeston's there. He's got no fouls. Got to use them up. Now a double team. Back to Bile. Cosell was there. Beeston was there. It's either a 2 or a 2-0. Let's see who they give it to. 2-0. That's Cosell. So it gives him a 4th. Devils have 5 team fouls, so 2 shots the rest of the way out. The strategy of old, putting a team on the line with a 1-and-1 with a chance to miss, is gone. It was gone last year. These are the times I don't like that rule because you're trying to put a guy on there that might not be a good free throw shooter. Like there, Lepp gets the rebound. We have the basketball. Instead, you're rewarded there for being a bad free throw shooter, or at least being on that one.
Well, if you can go 1 for 2 and then come down and execute on the offensive end, get a good look, either Lepp going to the basket or getting it to him underneath, kicking it out, step into a 3, shoot, you've done your job.
Well, you've done your job then if he misses both, and then Silver Streaks knock it out. So Devils have the opportunity. Streaks are still going to put pressure out there. They want to kill the clock here as much as possible. Yep, and they're matching up.
Get out of the way.
Cosell's matched up by his numerical counterpart. Wow, he had to move to the hole. It went off his foot. It went to Whitfield. Then it goes to Lepper. Just the way you draw it up. Oh, my goodness. Cosell had a drive to the basket. He was going to have a layup. Went off his foot to the corner to Whitfield. So a save there, not a turnover. Whitfield back to the top. Lepper pulls up for 3. Nothing but the net. That's lumber, hardware, doors, windows, decks, flooring, siding, and so much more, all on the same play from WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. I didn't see that much stuff out there. I didn't see anybody jumping over the lumber, but that's good hardware when you pull down the 3-pointer and get it within a 7-point game.
Well, that's what we talked about. Good offensive set. And to be honest with you, we're pointing ahead of the game because, you keep fouling the right person. They go 1 for 2. You come down and, like I say, offense has got to run through left, whether it's on the block down low or him stepping out, hitting the 3, or catching it at the free throw line and making a pass. It's got to go through left.
I had a chance before the ball game. We talked to the guys over at WGIL. Brad Benowitz, who also teaches here, and also Jason Wessels. He's the assistant. He actually does color, but then Jason does the play-by-play for the girls. So he came down to Blue Devil Gym last week. He enjoyed that. Love seeing those guys.
Well, he didn't enjoy that.
Well, he enjoyed it until the game was over and we won. But Jason's a good guy, so he enjoyed it. He didn't enjoy the loss. Lexi and the Silver Streak Gals didn't. Full court pressure being applied by the Devils. Kanai's in here. And Kanai commits the foul as he rides Crummer. Crummer was making a cut, so you got guys in their foul. The offensive defense.
Crummer's a pretty good shooter, too.
Oh, he is. On the night, 6 out of 8. He's going to get 2 more. For Kanai, his first foul of the ball game.
No, and he's hit multiple threes also, and he's a good-looking ball player.
Indeed.
Might be a Carl Sandberg player.
Close by. Is that
Galesburg.
Where Wires is at? No, he's at Spoon. No, I always forget where he's at. Sorry about that, Ralph.
He's at Carl Sandburg.
Yeah, thank you. Their mascot is, do you remember?
Chargers, I believe.
And that's why I think you're right.
I've been there a couple times.
As a coach, obviously. Kanai goes out. Beeston, Douglas, Whitfield, Lepper, and Clisell in for the offense. 1:31 left. Crummer, second free throw. Good.
Wrong guy to foul.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. 57-48. Devils have the ball. Only 80-some seconds left. Clisell, free throw line, no good. Good pull up, but one and done as Crummer gets it. And now we're in that mode that we're going to be fouling. While we want to stretch the game out, and that maybe a minute or two earlier, now we start stretching, but what happens is it's possible that we stretch our deficit, which we don't want.
You got to make sure you don't let Crummer get the ball and you make,
anybody else.
Mayala or Masalan, one of those two cats catch the ball, and then you immediately foul him. You can't let him get the ball and then foul him or try to steal it because you're not going to do that.
Wow, even when his shots don't look great, it rattled twice, went to the backboard, and then came right in and stayed in.
Well, and he's got 22, and Mayala's got 21. So they've got 43 of their 58.
That's a chunk. Second one no good. Whitfield gets the rebound.
Go.
Devils push it down the court. Clisell looking. Left side Beeston. He looked inside the left. Gets it back to Clisell. Skips it right side. Whitfield will take a three. Off the back of the iron. Actually hit the backboard, and that was it. Lepp was coming down trying to get it. Mahala got it. Yep.
Now, see, that's a good foul.
Yeah, because you can't let it come down the court. That's just killing the clock. We've only got 1:02 left. Beeston's only got one foul. So we'll head down there. Mahala will take two shots. He hit the last one when he was the blue-collar three, but he missed the two before that. Actually, missed the three before that if you go back to the first half. And with that one, looks like a 90% free throw shooter. That baby was straight in with good touch, and it got there in a hurry, too.
Nice rotation.
Exactly. I've seen some shots over the years that balls don't even rotate at all. And there, almost got every bit of it, so the 1 for 2 like we talked about.
Need a quick one now.
Here come the Devils in transition. Beeston now high. Gives it out to Clisell, right side. Jewels hits the three. Good pass as it went up to Beeston. Beeston went right back to Jewels, hits the bucket. Good job by the Devils as they've just given up 4 points. Got down 59-48, but with that one, it brings it back to an 8-point game, and also a mention of since 1978, your project planner for every room, for every project. Kevin and the gang at Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, Jack McKenzie Way. Give him a holler. A timeout taken there a minute after the shot. 51 exactly, I think, as that looks like a 5 through the backboard.
I think so.
I'd show the people, but if I showed them the camera shot, the camera has a straight shot to that board, I think. It's the backboards. On that one, it's kind of interesting because you have boards that come down on each side of the court to kind of split the court instead of crossways. None in the upper deck. And that sneaky one over there, kind of like Rocky, has one sneaky over on the side. When you're watching it on video, you think it's on the court, but it's not. A fan-shaped one, by the way. Coming out of the timeout with 51 seconds. 51 is what the Devils have.
Well, you got to come out and pressure the ball, try to get a steal immediately, double team, first pass, and then you got to foul.
In the backcourt, Kanai hounding Crummer, and that's the guy that wants to get the ball and be fouled. You really can't do much there because if you waste more time waiting to get it to somebody else's hands.
Well, you got to make sure he doesn't catch the ball. You got to get in front of him and face guard him, and put your forehead on his chest and say you ain't getting away from him.
And try to take a charge.
Because he might get frustrated and shove you away, and then you play the game and, get the offensive foul.
Yep, especially if he's making a move. You just beat him to that spot.
That was too easy of a catch. And then he made 3-4 dribbles before we fouled him.
Then he heads down there and makes the first free throw. Brakeland 60. Kanai will come out. Lepp comes back in, so Lepp and Whitfield will be down low on the blocks. Beeston and Douglas with Cosell right behind Crummer. 47.8, Devils down by 9. That little mini 4-point run that gave another stretch again. 2 free throws there by Crummer. Devils bring it down the court. Down by 10 again. Cosell out to Whitfield. Milton sets. 3. No good. Goes up. Hits the shot clock. Comes back down. And the shot clock's right in line. I've seen more come up and hit the shot clock these days. Now, if they come up and go back, but they're kind of like the real close ones. If they had a cable, it would hit the cable either way. So 37.7. Devils out in full court. Lepp takes a seat as well as Jewels. Save them for the offensive end. There's that offensive foul we talked about. I think Massellin made the move on that one. Massellin only his second foul. 3rd team foul, so the Devils aren't shooting. And here comes Lepp and Cosell back in. Good job to get the basketball back. Mahala is sitting there, but he's leaning into the left. Left's got his hands straight up. Whitfield pops through. Whitfield takes a shot from the left corner. 3, hit the side of the backboard and came back at him. Defense was out there knowing where he was going. Beeston came up. All right, we foul Bile. It'll be Whitfield's 4th foul. When you look at this at the end, you're going to go, wow, a lot of fouls on us. That's because we had to foul late in the ballgame. That's just part of the game. Bile made 2 free throws here in the 4th quarter.
Well, and what did I say? Beginning of the keys of the game, Galesburg wants to be around 65. You know, and we're going to have to at least score 55 and play good defense to get this. So
Bile hits the first one. Nice touch. He had a 3-pointer in the first quarter, a 3-pointer in the 3rd quarter. And in this 4th quarter, he's got 3 free throws in a row. Nice touch. A couple guys got a nice touch over there.
Oh, yeah.
28.2.
Well, and this kid's only a sophomore, too, 6'4".
We'll be seeing a lot of him.
And they got 3 guys in double figures now.
Shot was good. 63-51. Joel started to drive, had it taken away from him. Almost got it back and then had it taken away again. 14 seconds left. I think Milton got a little hurt there on the hip. He's kind of walking gingerly there.
Hopefully it's not at the knee.
No, I think he's okay, but I think it just was a little scared there. And Galesburg just hangs on to the basketball as we expect. So each of the 2 teams win on their home floor. Devils earlier this year with a victory. And now the band bust out here. Whoa. 63-51. Devils go down. And of course, as Coach said, the big 1-2 Mahala with 22. Crummer with 24. Bio with 10.
Crowell with 6.
Rounded out there. So, Devils lose this one. Western Big 6 loss. They're now 4-7. Other side, Galesburg goes up to 5-6. So, Galesburg takes the 4 slot, and we take the 5 slot.
Well, you know, I mean, it was a, hard-fought game. We just had, a couple of spurts there, and they got up by 10, and then just got back and forth. Basically played them even the 4th quarter. 3rd quarter, they came out and got up on us and never relinquished the lead.
That is indeed the track. In fact, 31-31.5. It went back to the 1st quarter, though. Devils were around 16-9 by 7. 31-31.5. Coach talked about the 3rd quarter. We're down by 8, 44-36. And wrapping it out, Galesburg with a victory there, 63-51. Stick around, though. That'll be the end of our regular portion of our broadcast. But we've got the Hardy's postgame show and the coach's comments. Your final score here from Field Gymnasium, Galesburg High School. I feel like I'm part of the band, and the drums are a-rocking. Your final score of the streak, 63. The Blue Devils, 51. And this has been Blue Devil Basketball, Western Big 6 style, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
It's that time of year and spring is right around the corner. With Best Kept Sod Farm Services, you can rest assured that our team of landscape professionals will provide all of your landscaping needs. We offer sod sales, delivery, and installation, and also full-service landscaping solutions and property maintenance to achieve that desirable curb appeal. Don't wait. Call or text Best Kept Sod Farm today at 217-779-0620 to discuss your landscaping needs.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome to the Hardee's postgame show. Wellman and Pettit as the Blue Devils lose to the Streak 63-51. Good ball game. Couldn't close out when they needed it to. Third quarter was kind of tough for the Devils, and, we tied it up at 31-31, Coach, and then third quarter was the key right there. I mean, like you said, we battled in the fourth quarter and played them pretty well even, but it was already a little behind there. So, hey, breaking down the scoring for you. First of all, for the Blue Devils, they were led in scoring. 9 points for Joels Clausel, 9 also for Brennan Lepper. 7 points out of Milton Whitfield off the bench. Excuse me, I forgot. Parker Douglas had 13 in the first half to lead the Blue Devil scorers. 7 by Milton Whitfield. We got 5 points from Tim Griffith. 5 points from Thomas Woodson Jr. before he fouled out with 2:08 left in the ball game. 2 points, Wilson Freiberg. That was a good move, by the way, when he came in and made that move. Avion Tate with a free throw. We had Avery Beeston in the game but did not score, and I believe that might be, Kenai Humphrey also got in the ball game, played some good defense out there. Did not score, that's the Devils 51. Other side, Eden Mahala, 22 points, but he was the second leading scorer as Keegan Crummer, 24 points. Free throw-wise, 11 out of 12, actually 11 out of 13. Not bad, Coach. That's the guy we were following at the end, which they couldn't do anything about that. 10 from Cesar Bio. He had 10. 6 points from Rakeem Masellan. And a single point from Toby K. That's Kivu Nina. And in the ball game, Coach's son did not play. Leslie Kelly was in there for a brief moment. Also in there, made some fouls, was Demetrius Watson. Missed 2 free throws. And that looks like, Jaden Wyatt, who led the team in the last game against us, had 9 points, was not in there, so not sure where number 42 was. So, well, Coach, we got to turn right around. Home game tomorrow night against Batavia. Maybe not as good a Batavia teams as in the past, but still going to be a good team. I haven't done any research yet on them, but that's what the word was out there. So, no time to really waste there. You got to turn right around and get after it.
Well, and, after a game like tonight, you want to go back, take a look at some film, make some adjustments, and, to me, it's always better to get back out on the floor. You don't want to think about it too much, because you do that, everything's going to get muddled up in your head. You're not going to be able to go out there and play the game, like you're able to play the game.
As we always say, the most important play, or in this case, the most important game, is the next one. And for that means Batavia. But then even more so, next Tuesday, the conference game against Alleman. Got to get that victory up there at Don Morris. We were just there last night. And, it's a little transition from the last time we were up here for the girls' game back in December. We had a snowstorm out there, fighting the snow. Today we almost went shorts. Not quite, but it's in the mid-40s. But it will get cold tonight. And then tomorrow, folks, while we're waiting for Coach here, tomorrow we're up at Taylorville State Tournament. It's IESA 8th grade. We were there last year as the Comets got second place.
Well, and we see a lot of those Comets that are playing here for the Blue Devils tonight.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those kids that we played against, Park Forest, Michelle Obama, I wonder how many of them are stepping in. Had a couple good players that might have stepped in right away.
Well, it depends on where they're going. Homewood Flossmoor's got a heck of a program, and I think those kids were getting fed into that program.
You got it.
Yeah, they're state ranked, and, gosh, didn't they win the championship like 2 years ago and beat Normal Community, if I'm not mistaken, by like 20?
Coach, I'm going to go with that
something
on there.
like that.
I'll go with that. So anyway.
I might, my mind's a little
I'll tell you what, you're
discombobulated.
usually pretty good on those things there. 1 o'clock on Saturday, that is tomorrow, we'll have that matchup against Rockford Eisenhower.
The Eisenhower Eagles.
That was the other team that was there last year. We beat them at the semifinals. Didn't have that score right in front of me. I looked at it earlier. I think it was 43-40. I think it was a 3-point game or something. And, of course, we played first. You got O'Fallon in there still back. Those three. There was one more team that is back again. Us, I think. There was 4 teams back for that. So join us tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, folks, you just have to wait. If the Comets win, we will stay there as they play the semifinal game. If they lose, we'll come back and we'll be at Batavia for that game there. Coach Douglas joins us on this Friday night. Well, I'll tell you, first quarter, found ourselves down 16-9, but I thought we played a pretty good second quarter, especially with Lepp being out of the game with foul trouble. We tied at 31, but third quarter took us backwards again before we matched up in the fourth.
Just poor energy. I give them a lot of credit clawing back in the second quarter. I thought it came off of Parker. Parker struggled in the first quarter, had to sit because he wasn't awake there, and then came off the bench with a lot of fire in him. Got us going, and unfortunately we didn't have guys to jump on that train. He brought the energy. He got steals, he got deflections, made some plays in the full court in transition, got guys shots, and again, it comes down to if you're only putting together 5 minutes here and 2 minutes here and 1 minute here, you're going to walk out of here with a 63-51 loss, and obviously we weren't good enough tonight.
And that key early in the game, too, Mahala was getting the ball close to the basket.
Well, and that happens when you don't have 2 of your bigs in the game. When Brennan was out there, Thomas was out there, we didn't have as much of that. When he catches the ball at the free throw line, it's one dribble and he's playing above the rim, and we don't have anybody playing above the rim. So I thought our guards did a little better job at times of pinching there in the second quarter and not allowing him to make that catch as easy. And they weren't hitting threes in the first half, and second half they knocked down quite a few. But again, this is a disappointing one. This is a game that there's some that you play against Western Groves. You just want to go out and compete. You want to make sure that your guys are playing tough and give them the best game that you can give them. In a game like this is a winnable game. Should have been a winnable game, and we let this one go.
Especially at home when we were down in that ball game and made the comeback to take the victory at home. So you'd like to show up here too. But no time to turn around. I mean, we got to get on. In fact, you got to get on the bus pretty soon here. So we'll let you get going. But tomorrow night, Batavia, and we got to refocus. And then next week we got Alleman, which we got to get that win up at Don Morris.
We'll see what we're about. Tomorrow we'll see the type of energy we come back and play with. Like I said, this is a disappointing one. Wasn't much talk to be had after this game. We'll see what we're about when we get back tonight and when we get back to it tomorrow morning.
Coach Pettit?
Tough one tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You came out second quarter, fought back, from the 7-point deficit, and then, third quarter, they had that little push out there where, 5-6 free throws in a row that took it, down by 3 or 4 to down by 10.
Yeah.
And then you guys fought like heck, the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But, just wasn't all right there.
Yeah, it wasn't. And, it's tough when your 2 bigs are in foul trouble and they can't play how we need them to play. And part of that was on them. We got it. You have to be able to keep a guy in front of you, and you have to be able to wall up and contest without jumping and trying to block shots. And if you play undisciplined defense, that's the game that's going to take place. And unfortunately tonight for all of three, a little more than 3 quarters, that's what it was.
And that point, there's a positive point there when we did get the bigs in late. Woodson to Lepper inside a couple times in a row. Lepp went strong with his left, and Lepp on the other end had a great job on defense. The one time straight up when Mahala came in, he had the block shot out there.
Right.
So not as horrible as Coach Pettit and I were talking before the game about times in our lives where coaches came home after a bad game and opened up the gym and had practice. I don't know if this is one of those tonight, but I might have just gave you an idea.
No, it wasn't an idea.
All right, Coach. Hey, you got to get on the road there. Hey, let's turn around and get after and at Batavia tomorrow night home.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
All righty there. Coach Andy Douglas out there, and we thank him. His coach's comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll be back with the post-game show after we hear from QHS right here on mechasportsco.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And back at the old gymnasium right here at the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight, Quincy and Jacksonville, sleeptightmidwest.com. Thank Coach for coming up, and I don't know if he had that thought too, but we were talking about before the game even started, and so it was kind of interesting to have him come up and go, hey, it's not just an idea. So, now when there's a game like we've had that we talked about where coaches have stopped and got home and we've had a practice, and I know I had a 5-hour practice.
That's never happened to me, but
yeah.
You know what I mean? I was a freshman at the time, and, God, they didn't do very well up in Warrenton that night. And Coach almost got into a fight with Herb Thompson, so it was kind of ugly.
Fun stuff there. Hey, it's the Hardy's post-game show, Coach. We've gone through the scoring. It all was Crummer and Mahala on the one side, and we did see some stuff. And Parker Douglas, that second quarter, really did take the ball to the hole. I mean, He had 13 points. He had 11 of them in the second quarter. Nice job there by Parker. Parker was part of that squad last year that was at the state tournament in the 8th grade, and that's where we're heading tomorrow. Taylorville, 1 o'clock tip. Third game of the day.
On Dolph Stanley Court.
That's so right.
At Taylorville High School West Gym.
Who I believe has the most wins in a season undefeated. It's like 44-0, I believe, or 45-0.
I thought it was 36-0.
Oh, it's on the banner right across, so we'll have a chance tomorrow to check that out.
I think Johnny Orr played on that team, the guy that coached Michigan, and I think he went to Arizona State. And
had a few good careers there. So.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, nice to reminisce some of that stuff. This one won't be something that we'll reminisce. Here is the Devils had a chance to get a sweep on Galesburg. Did not, so we'll turn around, turn the page, and we'll be ready tomorrow. Last thoughts, Coach?
But if you want to watch it, you can watch it. The replay, which I don't know about this one. You might want to burn this one.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, you know what I mean? But, you can watch all the replays that we do wherever we go. mechasportsco.com, and tomorrow it's going to be a fun one at a historic gymnasium.
You got it there. For Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. Devils couldn't do the sweep up here at Galesburg on John Thiel's Gymnasium. Your final score tonight, the Quincy High Blue Devils 63. Check that. Your Galesburg Silver Streak 63. Your Quincy High Blue Devils 51. And this has been Blue Devil Basketball, Western Big Six style. Easy for me to say as we close right here on mechasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.